Hello my beautiful people. On today's video we're going to be replacing the lower control arm bushings. The lower control arm bushings on the front of the car. For some reason these cars came with a problem. They wear out the inner edge of the tires. I already had that happen to me a few months ago and I did not know what to expect. I knew the car was aligned. So it had me wondering what could have been the problem. So I went online, I went on YouTube and found out that this is what everybody's doing to correct that problem, because it will happen again. The inner edge of the tires just wear out. The rest of the tire will be fine. I had the car aligned before that, so I knew that wasn't the problem. I went with RR Racing lower control arm bushings, and this is how they look. It's a good quality product. A lot of people are going with these. They're going with other brands too, but RR Racing is known to be able to have good quality, and they know the Lexus cars very well. They got even tuning for them, which that's something I'm going to be doing pretty soon. So to start, you gotta buy them. Obviously, you gotta have some tools. In the instruction, they tell you that you need a 22mm socket, you need a 14mm socket, and you need a 17 and a 14. You need feeler gauges, you need torque wrenches, because you gotta set the nuts. All these bolts and nuts, they need to be torqued down. You need to be able to remove the tire, so you're gonna need that wrench, which is this is what I use. And you also gotta find your key. If you have a key, you gotta have your socket for that. Get yourself some gloves, a pry bar or a pipe, some grease, and some Loctite to go in the new threads. Removable Loctite, not the permanent Loctite, which is usually blue. They come in a nice box with instructions, and this is how they come in, all wrapped up. I took this one out just to look at it. You also need to be able to jack up the car. So I got my trusty jack, and I got my jack stands that I gotta go get. And you need some cardboard to get underneath the car. This is all if you're not using a lift. I'm not that lucky yet to have a lift. So let's get started. Okay guys, once you have it jacked up and you're secure using the jack stand and it's secure, I would advise you to use also the jack as just there holding. Doesn't have to have pressure. All the pressure could be on the jack stand, but since you're going to be underneath here, place the jack in a position to where it also, if that fails, the jack would be there to help you, just to be extra safe. Once you're here, that is the lower control arm bushing. Here's your 22, another 22. I'm sure that's 17. Here's your 14s, because this bracket has to come off. And then we need a pry bar here somewhere so that we can pry it down and then remove the bushing. It should go pretty smooth, guys. Not complicated at all. All right, fellas, I got these two out. I got that one out. And working on this one. This one's was a little tight, so I ended up using the pipe wrench. Not the pipe wrench, the pipe. Like this. Put the pipe on it, it gives you extra leverage. Pull on it to turn it. So I'm working on this one, and that should be it. On some videos I saw that this one had a nut on the top. My car does not have a nut, just a bolt. And it's threaded, the hole is threaded, so there's no nut on mine, just bolts. That's good. And then my next one is gonna be this one. And it should be out. Okay. So I got the nut out of here. I got the big bolt. bracket, as you guys can see, and the 2 little bolts that hold the bracket, and the other bolt that went over there. Now, when I was taking this one out, some water came out, so expect that. Make sure you're far away so it doesn't fall on your face. Now I should be able to pry down on the arm and remove the bushing. I'm gonna try prying it with this because I don't have anything else here. So hopefully this works. I'm gonna place it on here, kind of like, yeah, something like this. Should be good enough, but I'm gonna need both hands. Yeah, something like that. See, guys? Hopefully that's good enough. Should be able to slide out. I just need both hands. So, un momento. Yep, it came right out, guys. Not difficult at all. Super easy. Okay, so now I just got to put the new one in and follow the instructions on how to set it up. Okay, so based on the instructions, you got to lubricate the spindle, that part of the spindle, not the threads, that part. And these bolts, lubricate here and lubricate here, the shoulder of the bolt. Did I mention to you guys that once my tire got worn out because of the bushing problem, I ended up taking out my wheel speed sensor and I had to replace it because a strand from the tire, the rubber, came around whipping, and it whipped this guy out. It didn't break it. It didn't look broken. It didn't cut it, but it damaged it. It hit it hard enough to where it caused internal issues, internal problems, and it wasn't working. I have a video on how I replaced that. It's pretty easy. But yeah, it's another reason why I'm doing this bushings. I don't want to go through the whole thing. I ended up buying a sensor and tires, and now the bushings, all because of that problem. But now, if you see this video and you do your bushings before you run into those problems, then you'll save some money. Well guys, I'm done with the other side, passenger side. It's all installed and torqued. Follow the instructions, guys, and you'll get it just right. One thing for sure, when you're torquing this one right here, it gets torqued to 150 foot-pounds. That one is tough to do. That torque is very, very tight. So have patience. Make sure you don't cross-thread the bolts when you install them. Hand tight. A little bit of grease on the very tip of the threads would help you to make sure you get it in properly. Don't cross-thread it. Secure the vehicle, like I was saying before. Make sure it's secure and safe for you. Just follow the instructions, very easy. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'll try to answer you. Give me a like, subscribe, it's free. Hope this video helps you and you have a pleasant, beautiful day.